Just about 8:30 on this Friday morning. You know, more people, more companies are having holiday parties this time of year, which is something that hasn't happened for quite some time for many companies. So we have some helpful do's and don'ts here for the hot sauce. We're here with Arlene Kaukus from UB. She's the Director of Career Services. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Ed.
So glad to have you here. Such an important topic this time of year. What are some of the do's and don'ts when it comes to the holiday party?
Well, first of all, of course, you know, go to the holiday party.
Sure.
I think it's really important for people to understand that, you know, a holiday party is a wonderful opportunity to kind of get to know colleagues that perhaps you don't work with on a regular basis.
Sure.
And also to make connections that will help you in your career.
I suppose you never know who a person or an employee is bringing, you know, in terms of a networking opportunity, you know, a spouse or maybe somebody who works for another company.
Absolutely. So, you know, it's just an opportunity to both deepen your relationship with your colleagues, but also build a network.
And tell me, what are some things to consider before going to the holiday party?
Well, really know kind of the lay of the land. And when I say that, I mean, you know, what's the dress code for your company's holiday party? Some of them may be very casual, others a little bit dressier. Kind of know the zone that you're dressing for and then dress appropriately. Okay,
so for instance, we have our holiday party, as I've mentioned before, coming up this weekend. I was planning on wearing a suit, shirt, and tie. I mean, I would assume that's standard almost for a holiday party for a company like this.
Certainly it could be very standard for some companies, but quite frankly, we work with a lot of companies at UB who come in and recruit our students, and they're very casual companies, and their corporate culture is very casual. So it really depends on the company. And what's important is to be in the zone that's appropriate.
Arlene, and I've got to ask you, I mean, this is just the time of year where many people are just drinking to celebrate. And, you know, when it comes down to it, a lot of people at the holiday parties might frequent the open bar of sorts. What is the protocol when it comes to alcohol and your colleagues?
Well, be careful and know your limits.
Okay.
So be appropriate. If you know what your level of alcohol consumption that you can handle, be mindful of that. And remember that you're in a business setting.
Sure.
And you need to be mindful of that.
That's a really important point. I mean, you're still with your colleagues and you're still at work technically, although not in the office, so to speak. One final question for you. Conversation is kind of a little tricky when you're at a holiday party like this. You're not quite sure what exactly to discuss or what not to discuss. What's a good icebreaker?
Talk to people about what they're doing for the holidays, if they have a family, are you visiting, who's coming home, how about your holiday shopping,
Sure.
Are you done with that? I mean, this is a great time of year, and everyone's kind of sharing in the same experience, and so there are a lot of ways to kind of break that ice, if you will, and talk about the holiday.
All right, so I want to hear what you're doing for your holiday parties. You can find me on Facebook, Ed Drench, WIVB. I actually posed the question, what do you do in terms of alcohol at your holiday party? I'd love to see your responses. Arlene, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome, and happy holidays.
You as